Hey folks, my name is Matt. I'm a solutions engineer here at Attio, and today I'm going to be walking through our really exciting new feature, which is call intelligence. The way that we've designed call intelligence is to fit natively into the CRM and also take advantage of the latest advancements in AI to make it an actual partner that you can use while you are in a meeting. So I'll go ahead and start sharing my screen, and what I'm going to walk through today is how you can navigate to calls after the fact, after they've been recorded, get caught up on the call, the different features within actually viewing a call after the fact. I'll go through template creation and how you can customize the different insight templates you can create. And then I'll walk through how you can actually use the call recorder while you're on a live call and the live transcription that happens there. So I'll go ahead and start sharing my screen here. Okay, perfect. So what we're looking at here is something that a lot of folks would be familiar with. It's a record page within Attio. But within the past week, there have been a number of exciting updates that you may have noticed. So first of all, we have this calls tab that is going to be present on all records. And this is where you can go to actually navigate to the recording of a call. But additionally, if I'm looking at this record, maybe I had an onboarding meeting with them, or maybe, there's a sales meeting that I'm trying to catch up on because I'm added to the next call. If you go to the meeting activity here and click into it, you'll now see a call intelligence section. So there's a brief summary that's auto-generated by Attio, but if I click into it, I'll be brought to the call itself. So as you would expect, I can start playing the call. The transcript will update and it'll run through the transcript as folks are talking on the call. It's split into different sections you can navigate. And then in addition to the transcript, you can zoom in on specific speakers. So if you're curious about what a particular person has said on a call, you can zoom in on that. And then, as you would expect, there are all the details of the meeting, a link to the meeting, the participants who are involved, and then the records that are linked. What's really nice about this being built natively into the CRM is that you can always rest assured that these calls are going to be linked to the right records. So if you're trying to catch up on context on a particular person or a particular company, you can rest assured that you'll be able to see the call, you'll be able to navigate to it, and you'll be able to catch up on that context. So in addition to navigating through the call itself, Attio generates a summary of the call here in the top right. But then something that's really exciting is this insights section. So from the start, when you start using the tool, you can create different insight templates that will pull information from the call and then summarize based on the prompts that you've created. So for instance here, this is an onboarding call. So I want to use the onboarding call template that we've created. And it's split into different sections in terms of product usage, product feedback and feature requests, and then the next steps. So this can be very helpful in addition to the summary, but if there's key information that you want to glean from a call when you're catching up, you can leverage a template that you've already created or create a new template in order to facilitate that. So diving into templates. So if I click Manage Templates here, I'll be brought to all of the different templates that we have created. So there's an onboarding call template, sales and customer success. If I click into one of these, you can see how you can create different sections. We can move these around. We can change the title. So I could call this product information. Product usage might be a bit better of a title, but just to show you that if you make edits, you can go ahead and refresh on the right-hand side, and it will show you an updated example of how things are structured. Now, there's not going to be anything that's put in here because it's not drawing from a call necessarily, but actually, if you flip to one of these calls, it will I'll correct myself there. It will pull information from the call itself to update into the section. So this can be a good way as you're setting up these templates to test and see if the prompts that you're writing are generating the summaries that you want and expect based on the call that you had. At the bottom here, I can add sections if I'd like to and fully customize this experience. I'm going to go ahead and discard the changes, but if you were to publish them, then this would be a template that you can actively use moving forward. So in addition to navigating to a call from a record, you'll also see that there's a new menu item on the left-hand side here. So if I click calls, I'll be able to see all the calls that have happened within my workspace. I can change how it's sorted. I can filter it. So I can filter for a particular record or a particular participant. So if I wanted to filter it for Marissa, for example, I could go ahead and do so. She's been on all the calls in this demo instance, so nothing has changed in the view there, but you can have this filter saved so it's just for yourself. And then you can also update the view as well. So the last thing that I'll touch on here is something that has been a game changer, I mean, for me personally. So I've used call recorders like throughout my entire career, and a lot of them have offered the ability to have like live insights on a call, but to be honest, I've never really found them super helpful. Like I find myself just taking notes manually or just being present on the call. Now, a real difference maker here is that we have live transcription and also live insights. So I've actually been recording the call as we've gone through it so far. And you can see that this can actually be a pretty helpful guide for the call. So as an example, what I set up with the prompt here was I created a section for the agenda, and then I created a section for what's actually been covered so far so that I can, while I'm on the call, I can double check and see if I'm actually working through my agenda. And you can see that I have actually covered everything that I mentioned in the agenda so far. And then this should update given that I'm demoing the live transcription part of the agenda here. Now, additionally, everything that I was showing for a recorded call is also true for a call that's live. So you'll get the transcript. This has just been one monologue for me. So that's why it's structured in this way. But kind of like the recorded call we had earlier, if you have multiple speakers, obviously those will be separated out. You can see the speakers, and then you can also see the details of the meeting and then any linked records. So same experience as looking at a recorded call, but based on the templates that you can create, it can actually be a really helpful partner for you while you're on the call. Awesome. So, that really covers everything in terms of the call recorder experience itself. The last thing that I'll note is that in terms of how you can start using the call recorder, if you go into your account settings and then navigate to call intelligence, you can configure how you would like the call recorder to join your meeting. So you can select that the call recorder will automatically join all external meetings. So what happens is that if a person invited to the meeting has an email address, a domain that is not the same as your business, then the call recorder will automatically join. But if you select none of your meetings will be recorded, then this will be more of an opt-in experience. So if I go to navigate to a record here. So I have my personal record here. So this is currently recording. Go ahead and actually just spin up a meeting really quickly to show you what the experience looks like in terms of having an opt-in experience for the call recorder. If you have more of an opt-in experience configured, so you have that the call recorder won't automatically join all of your calls. If you want the call recorder to join a call, you can jump to a meeting and then go ahead and configure the setting here. So you could turn the call recorder off, you could set it to on, or it will be on auto. And in this instance, given that I have the call recorder to not automatically join calls, even though this says auto, the call recorder will not be joining. But if I were to flip this on, then when the meeting starts, the call recorder will join, and folks will be prompted on the call to accept and acknowledge that there is a recorder on the call. Perfect. So that covers everything in terms of the demo today. And our support team has coverage both in the US and Europe. So, and regardless of which time zone you're in there, if there's a question you have about the call recorder and you need quick help, or really anything else about the platform, definitely encourage you to reach out to our support team. They're really great. Cheers, folks.